what the heck are we doing in the middle of Tennessee? Okay, I get this is like a Call of Duty zombies, but there's gotta be some sort of reason why we're here. So I thought, okay, why not just make some details like this? Just have a camp that I got from the asset store that I managed to get, along with this fire effect. And the trees. The trees. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third and final milestone of genus demonsus. And, well, this is by far the final product that I have here. And although there's not much in terms of gameplay, I'll just get straight to it. I'll get straight to it. Not much to talk about in terms of like programming. Not that much, but as you can see right here, I created the main menu, created buttons, and the quit button, which will quit the game. But otherwise, I'll just talk about a bit. So I polished the scripts mainly so it can add sound. And before I get into this, if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this. Otherwise, let's just jump right in, okay? So, as I said before, I didn't really do much in terms of the scripting, mainly because it's just polishing. It's just a polishing stage, but I tweaked it a bit just so the main menu works. I created the main menu script, which basically, like I said, you click the start button, it's gonna start the game. Your quit button is quit. That's it. Nothing much to it. Also, added sounds, music, created music, which is later on scrapped, just so I can focus more on really just the sound polishing, but also the most important thing, which is a nice way to transition to the big meat and bone here, okay? The level design. That's right. How the heck did I design this level? Now, it's gonna appear different. So, otherwise, let's just jump right in. All right. Here's the music. So I'm gonna go over, click start. Boom. All right, here we are. All right. Now, you may be noticing this is drastically different, okay? We'll show off the map at the end and discuss more, but for now, let's just focus on this, okay? See, now I made this dark, okay? I added a bit of fog to this, but more importantly, I add the tent and this very campfire here, okay? I did this mainly because, okay, what the heck are we doing in the middle of Tennessee, okay? I get this is like a Call of Duty zombies, but there's gotta be some sort of reason why we're here. So I thought, okay, why not just make some details like this. Just have a camp that I got from the asset store that I managed to get, along with this fire effect. And the trees. The trees. Yes. But anyways. I had this fog mainly in the darkness, kind of empty. Not much life except for maybe the zombies, of course. For a pretty good reason that you want to feel alone in these woods. You want to feel alone. So you want to feel that way. You're kind of forced to basically roam around. Try to roam around, find ammo in the darkness. But twist is the monsters. They're roaming around. They want to eat you. They want to get you. So now this would be the health right here. That's why I'm starting with 10 bullets, right? Just to be fair in terms of the game mechanics, but more importantly, you feel lost, but you're encouraged to just find the weapons here. You're forced to kind of find the weapons in the woods, okay? And there are spawners kind of scattered around. That way you have to go out of your way to find the ammo. But it all calls together, right? You're feeling power, but at the same time, you're like, you kind of feel a little defenseless, isolated from the world, right? You don't even know when or where the monster's gonna strike. They're gonna jump scare you. And that's why I did that. And let's talk about a bit of the adjustments that I made. I adjusted this UI so that way the ammo, I'm gonna shoot. Done. That way the ammo, that way it's like, oh yeah, this is where the ammo is. Now I'm pressing J mainly just to see my main player health. But I'm also going to be left clicking for shooting. And I'm going to press W just to move around. Oh, there it is. Here's my campfire. Now, I remember one of the places for the ammo spawn. Let's get a little. Now, I made sure the total amount, Oh, there it is. There is the ammo, of course. So if I walk to it, done. Right, this is, of course.
A few moments later.
Alright, took me a bit, but now we can see monsters in action. Oh well. My goodness, what the heck? Well, there. Oh, and I died. Woo! Oh, whoa. Yep, but, I quit. Okay, and, So let's just show off this level, shall we? Boom. This is the entire level right here. Now it's way smaller. That way we can have the monsters roam through the woods. There's not much alive except for the trees and the monsters, of course. But more importantly, this is designed so the player, when they roam around the map, right, that they have to like actively look for ammo, for med kits, while of course not dying, and survive as long as they can. And these spawners will of course have a timer. How long until they spawn again. More importantly, and also in the previously I basically have done just invisible walls, but then it's okay. But oh yeah, speaking of walls, I added walls. I added these little literal walls right here. That way, they could take cover, fire from a distance. Pretty much like a barricade. I'll display in the video. But more importantly, back to what I'm saying. Instead of an invisible wall, I actually decided to do fences. It may sound ludicrous at first, but then when you really think about it, I'm like, okay, why is there monsters in the woods of Tennessee? So think about it. Where are you going to find monsters in your first mind? The first thing that may come to mind, a farm, perhaps. A farm. Or a secret government facility. Now, how does this tie into the force? You see, this is a nice way to kind of, demonstrate, kind of justify this a bit, because this is a forbidden. He camped out in a pretty forbidden place. This is where the soldiers were at. And the reason why there's no soldiers, the monsters ate them. Ate them whole, That's why you don't see it. But also, of course, ties into, okay, why is there med kit and ammo? Why is there towers? Why the tower with the sirens that we see in the main menu screen? Okay, what is up with these towers? Because this is where the government facility is. This is where they have to watch, make sure the monsters don't come out. They don't come out and start being a little chaotic, and eating people alive. Okay? Now I'm not sure exactly what monsters they are, but they are monsters. That's all that matters. But apart from that, that's pretty much it for level design. And overall, I hope you liked this video. And this has been a journey. Anyways, I hope y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all later.